By the way, somebody texting in the show that's saying that we are the Hutchinson of radio.
Oh, how dare you? We are not the Hutchinson. We are better than...
Get out of here,
You know the poll
Michael
question...
Hutchinson.
The poll question I was
There's
going
a couple of lines that could be used there, but I don't want to go down that road.
No. Poll question I was going to use today was more likely to happen. Hutchinson gets a win on Saturday, or everyone in Southern Ontario, their commute is the same amount of time. Just because, like, which one is more or less likely?
Well, it's
just
been declared from Sheldon Keefe today that Michael Hutchinson will start on Saturday against Detroit. And
well, if you can't beat Detroit at home,
this has to be a Michael Hutchinson start.
Well, it should have been the last time they played Detroit.
I agree.
I didn't understand
Mike
that.
Babcock was the coach.
Yeah, didn't understand that. This is a natural. Put him in there.
That's the way you build confidence in your backup goalie. Give him a gimme game.
And he needs the reps. There's no other solution to this problem, and the guy has to play.
But you know what else he needs? He needs the guys in front of him.
Well, yeah.
To play in front of him.
I was going to ask you about
they got to play the game of their life for Hutchinson on Saturday because...
Carlo, do you think, and sorry to interrupt, because I just sort of want to add to that point, do you think a lot of these guys, like the Marner, Matthews, Nylander, just the very offensively minded players, do you think they have to look in the mirror and go, I can't do any cheating. I can't even think about scoring. Like, my whole focus, at least early on, is I've got to make sure I'm supporting the defense, I'm supporting the goalie.
No, I mean, you don't want that conversation to change with the guys. Because you always want to play with a mindset, no matter who's in net, you're going to play the same way.
But they won't play the same way for Hutchinson as they do Anderson.
Well, I just think they need to play with more urgency, more desperation in front of Hutchinson, and do what they can as a group to get this guy a win. Change the narrative around the backup goalie conversation.
So all those things that we talk about, he's playing in goal tonight, this guy's new on the line. When you're a player, how relevant is any of that? Do you care?
Care about who's in net?
Do you care who's in net?
Not really, but usually guys they elevate their game when the backup goalie's in there.
Really?
Well,
not the Leafs. Clearly, have you watched it? By the way, Garrett Sparks is on the line. He also vigorously disagrees.
Yeah, agreed. But it also depends on what you think of your backup goalie. Like if your backup goalie is a guy where you have an 1A and 1B, then you don't really put that much attention on it. But clearly, the Maple Leafs have 1 point out of their backup goalie right now. They understand the conversation around it. It's up to the players. Yeah, it's up to Michael Hutchinson to go out there and grind out and gut out a win, but it's up to the players in front of him to play a simpler game, to play more of a structured game in front of him, eliminate those mistakes, those high-scoring chances, to get this guy some confidence.
I just think that anybody who would watch athletes perform would not understand why you wouldn't do everything within your power every second you're on the ice, on the turf, whatever, to ensure a victory.
But it's also up to the backup goalie to gain the confidence of his teammates by making a big save when it's called for. Like that's why Freddie is as good as he is.
So if he let in a softie and you were on the ice, you'd go, yeah, great, thanks, guys.
Yeah, well, if he lets in a softie, then the narrative again continues on the bench. Oh man, it also depends too what type of goal that is. Is it a goal that gives you a deficit? Is it a goal where you're up 5-0 and it doesn't really mean much?
Well, the Montreal game, they were up by a lot, and
that's the thing. Like, and that's sort of the thing that's been a constant with this Maple Leaf team is that when a bad goal goes in, or even when a goal goes in after they've got the lead, it's a carryover effect. It's a snowball effect that you kind of wonder, okay, how are they going to stop the bleeding? And I think Keefe has tried to address that sometimes by calling a random timeout. Say, hey, guys, take a deep breath behind here. We still got the lead. Let's get back to the basics, make the simple plays. Let's not make this harder on ourselves.
Carlo, quick question for you. Because you're talking about, and just to Jim's point about, if the goalie gives up a softie, like, I can't believe it. Yeah. Did you ever get angry? And maybe you didn't say it, just kept it to yourself. Did you ever get angry at a goalie that gave up a softie, and you just got on the ice, the goalie gives up a bad one, you're like, great, now I'm a minus. Now I'm a minus. Now I'm a minus.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, buddy. You made me a minus.
There's a lot of moments in my career that I said that, and the worst is when a goalie lets one in and he stares down at the player.
Yeah.
Looks at a defenseman and he gives it one of these. Yeah. And it's like, what?
Yeah.
No, man. Stop the puck. That's what you're supposed to do. And when a goalie does that on a player, it totally changes the mood of the team.
So how many guys would you play in front of that would do that?
Name names.
Because that's not
No, I'm
everybody,
not gonna
right?
name names.
No, but how many? I don't need.
I would say at least a handful of goalies
Really?
that were like that.
Because I always ask Ralphie, like when I'm beside Ralphie and the goalie does something, I ask him what the code is. What did he that head shake there? What did that mean?
Yeah.
And Ralphie will tell me.
The worst is like when a goalie, like say a puck gets flown in from the point, and he goes down and the puck goes in, and he looks at you and he's like expecting you to either get out of the way or block it. And meanwhile, you're battling in front of the net, and you're saying to the guy, "Why don't you try to find the puck? Make the save."
And you can't do the other side where a goalie gives a softie, and you can't go. What are you doing?
I
That
think,
was an easy one.
I think I
man.
should put my yes guy, no guy package together and sell it to the Leafs because when things go wrong, yes guy can be rather
I tell
effective.
you what, though, I've heard many times on the bench when those pucks go in, guys, sitting beside me on the bench saying, "Come on, make a save."
Oh.
It happens more than you think, especially when there's no confidence in the guy in the net.
But if he should have made the save, as opposed to everybody in the rink.
100%.
You deal with the currency on the ice, and you know what that non-save and goal means to the rest of the game.
Yeah,
I wanna-
for sure.